As an athlete and a mom, Jenny Finch is proactive in managing her atopic dermatitis.
I learned how to deal with it and how to put myself in the best position possible when it was flaring up.
When her son was also diagnosed with atopic dermatitis, she started keeping a journal to help identify what makes the condition worse.
I think journaling is so important because then when you go to your doctor, you can have that journal there to refer to and find out what affects it and what makes it feel better, and then go from there.
If you have atopic dermatitis, you are at higher risk of developing allergies, and these can also trigger flares. It can take time and patience to figure out what can trigger your atopic dermatitis. There's a long list of possibilities in the air around you, in the products you use, the clothes you wear, the food you eat, the pet you love. If you're allergic to it, it may trigger an attack, so patch testing and allergy testing can be part of developing a treatment plan if allergies are suspected.
There are many different factors that can flare the atopic dermatitis, and oftentimes doing diagnostic testing where we're looking for allergies in the environment that could be triggering their skin. And that will allow them to create a regimen where they can feel comfortable in their skin.
In addition to allergic reactions, some things may make atopic dermatitis worse, like hot baths, infections, dry air, and stress.
So stress is kind of like the volume knob on a stereo. It's not the underlying reason that you have the atopic dermatitis, but it can make your skin feel much more angry and much worse.
Kathy relieves stress by heading outdoors, even though she knows she might run into triggers.
And because I love the outdoors, I'm outside exposed to grass and weeds and pollens that are really my enemies.
But that doesn't stop her from training for marathons. Instead, she and her doctor have come up with strategies for managing her atopic dermatitis, so she can do what she loves. What Daniel loves is the martial art practice called jiu-jitsu, but it requires close personal contact. For a long time, his atopic dermatitis made that impossible.
I'd actually started jiu-jitsu and I'd had to stop. When I spoke to my dermatologist, she asked essentially what are the things that you're hoping to achieve. Everybody would like to say, I'd like to never see this condition again, but that's just not realistic. But I told her I'm a pretty active guy. I like to keep up with my kids and I like to do lots of exercise, and the exercise that I do, you tend to sweat a lot, and sweat's a pretty common trigger.
With his doctor's guidance, Daniel was able to resume his active lifestyle. He stays hydrated and avoids taking hot showers. His regimen also includes topical treatments and an oral medication. His concerns about atopic dermatitis are in the rear-view mirror. He can enjoy his family life without worrying about when the next flare-up may occur, because when it does, he knows how to handle it.
It's livable to the point where it's not a point of discussion anymore around my house in the way it was when it was just out of control and it was the conversation that we were constantly having. Now it's just something that we maintain and live with.